Hi everyone, and welcome to lesson 2 of training to be a virtual assistant. Today's lesson is all about the name that you'll use with your business. So you can you can use a company name or you can use your own name, and then the branding that you're going to use as well. So, company name, you've got two choices. You can use your name. So for me, it would be Joe Boswell. Or you can set up a company name. I went with the company name back when I very first started, and my company name was Seeking Serenity. So after a lot of brainstorming, different ideas, different words, feelings, I came up with the word Seeking Serenity, and I actually felt that it was an appropriate name for a business that helped business owners save time and stop them from being stressed. Um, but I came up with this because I was um, really into a movie um, called Serenity that was the spin-off of a series from Firefly. Might be worth having a Google because this was about 15 years ago. So I loved that film and that series, and the word serenity was there, which was a very calming word. And then I put seeking there too. And as soon as those words went together, I knew that I wanted to use those words as my company name. So once I'd got my name, I then had to think about colours and fonts and branding and everything to use on my social media platforms. And at the time, I wanted to use something that was gender neutral. I hadn't learned at this point that I needed to come up with my ideal client. I wanted to appeal to everybody, and therefore I wanted something calm. And pale blue is the colour that I went with because that to me resonated with the word serenity and it appealed to the masses. Now I use pink because I love pink, and I know who my ideal client is and it fits in with them. I also over the years have actually stopped using Seeking Serenity, and I now use Joe Boswell as my company name. But I know in the very early days I didn't want everybody knowing that Seeking Serenity was me. I was a little bit embarrassed about putting myself out there, and I wanted to hide behind the company name a little bit. But as the time has gone on, I've become much more confident being out there and saying, hey, I'm Joe Boswell, I'm a virtual assistant and I can help you. So I use that name now. So once you've come up with your name, it's time to start thinking about your branding. Now, when I redid my branding a few years ago, I actually created a Pinterest board, and I went through Pinterest, I put in branding into the search engine, and then I'd saved posts and pins of the colours and the feel that I wanted, quotes, fonts, and that kind of thing. So it's really worth spending a little time just going through that so you can start to get a feel for the kind of way that you want your social media and a website if you want to build one, how it's going to feel, how it's going to look. You need to pick something that really resonates with you, and your ideal client as well. And we're going to be covering ideal clients in a later lesson. So once you've come up once you've come up with that color scheme, it's time to have a look and start creating your logo. Initially, all you need is to know your company name, whether you're going to use your own personal name or a company, and to create a kind of a logo, or if you just want your name in a fancy font, something so that we can start creating social media pages. Nothing too in depth at this stage. You basically want to do something that can get you off the ground really quickly. So I use Canva. And if you have a look in my videos, and I'll put the link below, I've got a video on here on how to use Canva if you've never used it before. And what you want to do is you just want to create a really quick logo. There's lots of fonts on Canva. There's brilliant images. and there's lots of things on there that you can create a really professional looking logo very quickly. I created my logo in about 5 minutes. I knew what I wanted and I put it together. And that is really a really good idea to just have a play with Canva, because you can create your Facebook cover pictures, you can create your Pinterest board um, cover, you can create your YouTube cover if you want to go down that route. And there's lots of templates in Canva that can teach you how to do these things and make them look really professional. Back when I started, the only real way of doing images was Photoshop, and whilst I can use Photoshop now, I did not know how to use it back then. It was quite complicated, but Canva was created and I love it. Absolutely love it. I do stuff on it all the time. The slides here for this lesson were created on Canva and they took me about 2 minutes each to create. So task 2 for this lesson is it's made up of 3 different parts. So the first one is I want you to grab a piece of paper and I want you to brain dump again names, whether you want to use your own name, whether you want to use a company name, how you want it set up. So at the moment, I now use Joe Boswell. Back then was Seeking Serenity, but there was a period in the middle that I used Joe Boswell trading as Seeking Serenity. So there was a smooth transition for my clients. So they still knew who I was. And I have actually changed my name during that time. That I'd been divorced during that period, so my name has changed. And I wanted to go back to using Joe Boswell, which was my maiden name. The second part of the task is to create a Pinterest board. Have a look through there, create a board, put some colours, fonts, and just get a feel for what you want your social media, your branding to look like. And the third thing that I want you to do is to start thinking about logos. Sign up to Canva, it's free of charge, and have a play with what they've got on there to create your logo. And I'll put my very first logo in here, and I will also put my current logo now, which we created. It's in the pink and blue that I wanted, and it resonates, every bit of that logo resonates with me. So subscribe to my channel because I've got a lot more videos coming your way, and I will see you soon.